This is the Compass Update for December the 5th, 2024. First week of Advent, moving towards the second week of Advent, moving from the concept and the idea of hope to the idea of peace. And I don't know about you, it's very easy to be robbed of hope and therefore to be robbed of peace. Circumstances and issues come up and they can so easily rob us of peace. I think about here locally for our church, one of the things that have robbed many of peace is the idea of the roof. And it seems like such an enormous project and problem. And it's going to be so challenging. And I tell you, challenges are real, aren't they? But I want to take a moment to do a peace exercise. This week we got an update from our financial team about where we are to date. In the last just few weeks, $30,000 has already been given towards this roof project, meaning we're moving significantly towards this. One of my favorite things, it's not all large gifts, it's all faithfulness. I had a young man come up to me about a week ago, a college student, a part of our church, goes to the second service, but he heard the need. He doesn't even attend worship in this facility, but he heard the need and he said he felt God wanted him to do something. And so he handed me an envelope with a gift in it. And I thought, wow, that is just a picture of God's faithfulness through the generations. And some others have given very faithfully, and their contribution, at least the amount, looks different. But here's what I know is they both reflect the heart of God, faithfulness. The gifts, no matter how much they are, reflect God's generous nature. And that's what Advent is all about. God giving, God coming towards us, God meeting our ultimate needs, our deeper needs. And so I just want to remind you that our peace doesn't come from something inside of us or our circumstances. It comes from our faith in God's faithfulness. So here, just a thought that's on my mind. Advent reminds me that we're always supposed to be faithful. I know this, and this isn't meant to be discouraging towards our bigger project. I know if God's people were faithful, that we wouldn't have a financial issue. It's just the truth in any church congregation, right? If every person were giving as God has called us to give in accordance to our faith, we would see amazing things happen. But I want to commend those who are looking towards this as an opportunity to sacrificially give and to give over and above. I want to say thank you. Again, we're at about $30,000, and I think that is a marked improvement. Things are moving in the right direction. Again, we know that we need north of $100,000 to complete all of the projects. Would you pray about what you could do? I also want to tell you about some great things that are happening. I want to tell you about the people we have serving at the Care Center locally, making a difference, giving into the lives of families right here in this region to make the holidays and Christmas a special time. You can still volunteer at the the Care Center Holiday House, Holiday Store. You can still give some gifts towards that. There's still a lot to do locally, but you know what? God has called us to a global mission. Next Wednesday night, I want to invite you to join us on the 11th at 6 p.m. in the CMC as we talk about our global partner, Marriottu's Hope, and an opportunity for us to help build a church there. To learn more information about it, to pray. Whether you think you can go on the trip or not, this is a great night to come and to partner in prayer because you can pray. You can be a part of praying for God's will to come to a nation that is only about 22% Christian. The whole nation. We want to be a part of seeing God's kingdom come there. But if you really are praying about whether or not God would be calling you to join us, would you please come next Wednesday night, 6 p.m. It's going to be great. All right. Oh, so much. And I could say so much more. But right now, I would just like to invite you to take a deep breath, slow down, to remember that God is the God of hope. He's the God of peace. It comes from Him, not from you. And you can invite Him to come in. You are loved. You are loved by us. You are loved by God. We look forward to seeing you, if not before, We'd love to see you Sunday at 9 or 10:15.